AITA for telling my dad's wife to drop dead in front of her friends and family.
I am not op. Original post by UMEV stepmom AITA in R. Am I the asshole? Trigger warning. Family infighting. Death of a loved one. Less than AITA for telling my dad's wife to drop dead in front of her friends and family? Posted February 14, 2023. My 17F. Mom died a little over a year ago. I was living with her full time before she passed. She left me a lot of money and her house.
Since the house was just going to stay empty until I was done with college, my aunt, on my mom's side, and I talked about it and we agreed she would stay there since she's taking care of my grandma and her place was small. I will move back in once I've finished my schooling. My dad assumed my mom left me her money and left the house to my aunt. I didn't correct him because I don't trust my dad or have a great relationship with him. I am currently living with him, his wife Jen, and her twin daughters 17, both lovely people, in a 3-bedroom flat. 2 months ago he found out that my mom left me the house. I'm not sure how he found out, but he did. Since then I haven't heard the end of it. I'm selfish for making us all stay in a tiny flat. I'm spoiled because I won't share my inheritance. I'm a terrible person for making the twins take out loans. You get the gist.
This weekend was the twins' birthday at my grandma's house. Most of my dad's family was there. We get along great usually, his wife's family, and some of both of their friends there along with the twins' friends. After they were done opening my present to them, they asked me if that was really it. I got the matching bracelets with their birthstones, which they both loved BTW. It got quiet and I asked them what else they were expecting. They said Jan said that I was planning on surprising them on their birthday by telling them we were moving into my mom's house and helping them with college. My grandma asked Jan if this was true and Jan started in on me again. She asked what she could do to make me stop being a bitch, pull my weight, help out, and be fair. I told her she could drop dead. That my mom died for me to get all these things she wanted me to give her daughters.
I said if she wanted everything to be fair then she should drop dead and I would share everything I had with her daughters since we would have all lost a mother then. That it would be fair only after that happened. She and my dad started yelling at me and my grandma and uncles started yelling at my dad and Jan and everything was pretty much over after that. The whole ride home my dad and Jan were getting calls and texts from family and friends telling them they were disappointed in them, and I was getting texts from Jan's family, the twins' friends, and a few of my own cousins saying I was selfish. I don't usually fight with my cousins, so I'm really starting to think maybe I am being selfish and that I went too far at the twins' party. AITA?
Consensus. NTA. Update is added as an edit to the original post, so no date for the update is given. Edit. Thank you guys so much for the support. When everyone who usually backs you up says you're in awe, it's hard to believe you're not. But as some of you guessed, my cousins heard the word inheritance and got greedy, and that's why they sided with them. I was getting texts asking for money from them these past few days. I am moving in with my grandma on my dad's side. She picked me up this morning and we've been moving my stuff instead of going to school today. The twins talked to their friends and they have texted their apologies. Although I'm not going to pay for their whole college experience, I think I'm going to help them buy books and with on-campus living. They have really had my back on this and that's amazing. I'm going NC with my dad. He chose her over me. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Reminder, I am not the original poster. I'm glad the twins aren't taking after their mom. Maybe Oop will find some extra chosen family with them. I try not to be cynical on this sub, but there are so many teenagers owning houses who are somehow involved with a set of twins these days. That was a snappy comeback indeed. But also the truth in it is so sad. OOP's mom did actually die and that's why her stuff was given to her. Not that it's up for grabs. Good thing she still has good relatives and not everyone is after her with handouts stretched. They said Jan said that I was planning on surprising them on their birthday by telling them we were moving into my mom's house and helping them with college. Almost as if that isn't OOP's. An underage 17-year-old kid. Duty but gasped their parents. See, if they were nice about it, Oop would help the twins out like she eventually decided to do. But nope. I bet you all my money that dad and stepmom wanted to get their nasty hands on OOP's house and money and keep them for themselves. So glad Oop had people backing her up and is going to have a lovely life from now on. Without her trashy dad and stepmom. Twins. Check. Dead parent. Check. House ownership. Check. Comically evil and entitled stepparents. Check. Edit. Made a bingo card BORU bingo. The op better lock up everything legally. My sisters and I received what would have been my mother's share of her parents' inheritance. My mother asked that her name remain in her parents' will to ensure her part went to us because she knew she was dying and leaving us with nothing because of all her medical expenses. No one else knew but my eldest sister that this was asked of them. My one cousin freaked out and claimed we somehow stole the inheritance meant for all the grandchildren. No grandchildren were named in the will. They all tried to bully us to share our part with all our cousins. We said we would gladly allow the $10,000 each they wanted taken off of the top, then split the rest how. It was written in the will, but they didn't want that. That wanted us to just give them our part. I lost it and said if you are so hard up for money then wish for your mom to die. Because that is who this money really belongs to. Our mother. I would gladly give it all back if she were alive. They don't get to profit off of our mother no longer being here. Money makes people Oz. I have a friend who was orphaned by 15. Her parents died within 18 months of each other. She owns a beautiful Queensland house. Actually think Bluey as it's in the same area that is set in. One New Year's Eve she had a party in the house. A mutual friend from work was asking her how she could afford it at her age. She mentioned that she bought it with her inheritance from her parents. The mutual friend, slightly drunk, responded with, "You are so lucky. I wish I could afford a house like this." We both looked at her in shock. My friend gently said, "I would prefer to have my parents around than this house." Poor Oop. She still has her dad and she may as well not have weary. Maybe I'm selfish too, because I think it's nuts that she's giving her inheritance away when she's not even established herself yet. She's got a ways to go before she can be self-sufficient. It's sad her mother didn't set up a trust to prevent Oop from being exploited like this. It's always twins. Always. Even if my best friend begged me to text someone else to berate them, I would have called them crazy. People don't want to be dragged into someone else's mess. There's no way a bunch of friends or relatives blow up someone's phone. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall just to see the expression on Jan's face. Where there's a will, there's a bunch of greedy relatives. Can I block comments with the keyword Liz in them? I hope her assets are well protected from her father. I hope the twins aren't being nice just to get things. Because when they asked is that it after getting their gifts, I was beginning to question their motives. People hear inheritance and picture a long-lost uncle who was 103. Not a parent or grandparent that you'd give anything to get back. Man, the twins actually sound like good people. Meaning that the vile stepmom likely had very little to do with actually raising them. I don't think she should give anything to the twins. The money should be somewhere increasing in interest. And even giving them $5,000 each. So 10,000. That would 200,000 in 40 years. And I seriously doubt OP's mom left her much since she died young. Oh look. Another story of a teenager having a house and tons of money left for them by a parent. And this one includes twins. too.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.